Yeah. Hey. Hey. Yeah.
Oh, what it is, yeah, it's been a minute. What it is, good people? It's your boy, Rapson the Gurutembe, R-A-P-S-O-N, Rapson. Don't forget it, and welcome to another great episode of your new favorite show to watch. This is In Music, and today's episode is called Behind the Industry. Thank you very much to everyone that tuned into the last episode. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out, because what is going to be happening on today's episode, Behind the Industry, has to do with what I mentioned last time. So if you haven't paused this one, check it out and come back quickly. On the last episode, I mentioned that Elaine was #1 on the radio charts. KO had 5 songs on the top 50 radio charts, and all of that was just information probably to you. Today, we're looking at why radio matters on Behind the Industry. So let's get straight into it. Now, radio has been around for a very long time. You may know it, you may not listen to it, but it has been around from 1919 in South Africa, to be exact. And in 2015, as that came out, that 90.1% of the population listens to radio. Mind blown. That 90.1% amounted to 85.8 million South Africans. That is a lot of people to be tuned into radio. And all those people were tuned into radio for an average of 3 hours and 43 minutes. Mind blowing things. So all those people listen to radio on all different channels. Now there are 296 channels or frequencies, if you'd like to call them that, and only 40 of those are commercial or public radio stations, and 256 of those are community based. So we're only going to be focusing on the big 40. Now this big 40 has playlists. The playlist that they have, that the channel or the radio station will be using to compile for each show under it. So whether you're listening to Scoop's show or whether you're listening to DJ Speedster, they have a bigger list that they took that list that they have from. Now you want to make it onto that list if you're a musician, onto the playlist that every radio station has to offer. You want to make it onto that, whether it's from YFM, 5FM, 94.7. It doesn't matter. You want to find yourself on one of those playlists. Now, if you like Elaine and you're on all of those playlists, this is good for you. Why is it good for you? If all these people have you, it shows how high up you're going to be on the radio charts. See? So far we're good. So far we're making sense. So far everything is easy and it's easy to nibble now. So when you make it onto one of all of those playlists, you make it ultimately onto the charts. Now the radio charts is done by a company called Radio Monitor. Radio Monitor checks everyone to see how many spins you've gotten. Spins, plays. How many times you've been played? Spins. So it looks at everyone and it will ultimately determine how high up you are on the radio charts. See? Simple things. This is also good for artists because it makes it easier for them to know how many times they've been played. That ultimately converts to how much they need to get paid. Simple. That's all it is. That's why radio is important. It's important because it helps artists know how much money they make. Also, how much money they make also determines how successful they are. Making sense. It's very simple. It's very easy information to know. Now, when I was going through the Radio Monitor, the company that monitors all the spins, I found some interesting facts. AKA has had a #1 single for 10 years running on radio. #1 single for 10. I don't understand how this man does it. He called himself the radio killer. Now I see why. And I just have to clap a little. You know, that is some great information. 10 years. And you still... come on, you're running the game at that point. Ranchos. Another crazy stat that I came across. Someone who's also been in the industry for 10 years. I have to take breaks in between this because, guys, this is crazy. Questa's Ngutu spent 27 non-consecutive weeks at the #1 spot on radio charts. 27 weeks. Don't we have like 52 weeks in a year or something like that? And he spent 27 weeks at #1. That is crazy, guys. If you search today, the highest charting song, That's what's gonna come out for you. That's what you're gonna find. That is crazy stats, guys, and I found that all on Radio Monitor. See why charts are important. They're a measure of success of some sorts. That is crazy. And that came also after Claudi Mtsweneng announced that radio stations need to play 90% local and that they're gonna get bumped up, imali izokhuphuka kancane from 3.6% to 4%. Now, I do not know the exact figure because they do not release how much they exactly pay artists, but I know that it moved from 3.6% to 4%, which is great news for artists because that's more money in their pockets. Now we understand why radio is important. It makes money for artists and it measures their success. So you want to, I almost said you don't want to, you want to go to your radio station that you listen to the most and request your favorite artist. That's how you can help them keep making money right now during lockdown. Phone it, dog. Call, yay, I want Benny Mayingani. I want AKA. I want whoever you want to listen to. Request today because it helps put money in their pockets. My name is Rapsin the Guru Dembe. This is all I have time for today. This is In Music, Behind the Industry. I hope you understand why the charts matter today. And I hope you know that AKA is really the radio killer for real. He was not joking when he said that. I want you to actually know that. This is In Music, and I'm out with love.